Listen to this podcast now
on the Red Apple Podcast Network. The Leadership Thread with Dr. Peggy Polonis.
I'm Dr. Peggy Polonis. Join me on each episode where I unravel the story that shaped leaders, tracing the thread that led them where they are today. Because leadership isn't born in adulthood. And thank you once again for joining us on the Leadership Thread, education, ethics, and sustainability.
Download all of Red Apple Media's podcasts right now through your favorite podcast platform.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi.
Okay, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Brock is at a place called Newark. Brock on the other side of midnight with Lionel.
Hey, Lionel. I'm
Brock.
sorry about the connection. I just want to first say, Lionel Nation is in the building.
Yes,
I
sir.
love what you do. I love Lynn, what she's doing. You guys are amazing.
Thank you, sir.
I'm on a quick break at work right now at the hospital. But
Beautiful.
I had this conversation with ChatGPT, and ChatGPT said there is no God. So artificial intelligence says there is no God. And
Well, you know what I saw? You know what I found,
children.
which is very interesting? I asked that same question, and I got a different one. In fact, I asked a very simple question: if there is a God, and it was very simple. And I wrote, "Is there a God?" And if I could, it says, "That's the question, isn't it?" There isn't a single answer everyone agrees on, and how people respond usually comes to philosophy, faith, and experience. I don't want to read this. I know you're on a break. I'll read this after we're done. But how much time do you have, by the way?
Just a few minutes. I got like 5 minutes.
And what exactly, may I ask, what do you do at the hospital?
I clean the hospital. Make sure it's clean for our patients. Make sure everything is sanitized.
The most
presentable.
important job there is. And how rocking is the hospital now at 4:26 Eastern Time?
It's dead right now. We open up the lobby in about 5, so people start coming in, registering, and a lot of people going to the heart doctors and stuff like that.
Fascinating.
But I've definitely noticed ever since this administration came in and cuts started happening, I started seeing way less people coming and getting services. So I think that's definitely something.
Maybe they're getting better. maybe there's a spontaneous surge of health, so you see less of them.
Well, let's hope RFK Jr.'s stuff is working.
Brock, it's funny. Whenever you see numbers like this, I had I one time talked to, I'm not going to tell where, but there was a sheriff who said, well, our programs are doing better because there are now fewer DUI arrests than there were last year by 25%. So our enforcement methods are working. And then the guy told me later, he says, we're just arresting less. So it sounds good. So if he turns around and arrests more drunk drivers, then you can say our enforcement is doing better. Or apparently people are scofflaws. They don't respect you and they're driving drunk more. So it's one of those things. If you see fewer people at the hospital, maybe that's good. Now, in order for that hospital to work, you've got to have X amount of people all the time. And if you don't, you got problems.
Well, one thing I've learned about the system is these people know how to beg for money. They know how to get money. Even if there's waste, they know how to beg for money. That they've learned it, practiced it.
You mean the hospital itself, the hospital staff, or the hospital?
No, just the whole ecosystem of getting sponsors, getting people to donate money.
Right.
It's almost like a every year thing. People, they have these contributors and stuff like that.
May I ask a question? And you don't have to answer this, but did you ever see Patty Chayefsky's movie The Hospital with George C. Scott, Diana Rigg?
No.
You must see this. You will love it. George C. Scott, Patty Chayefsky, his writing is just superb. My question is, what is the one thing you've learned at a hospital where you thought, oh my God, if people knew this? Or is there a rule like whatever you do, don't blank? What is it?
It's the waste. It's the waste. I mean, I think this is why our rates are so high for healthcare, because there's just waste and there's no accountability.
Give me an example of waste.
For the waste.
Give me an example.
So, okay, so for instance, imagine you're in a room, right? And they've got technology where they can clean the room with this type of machine, right? But so they'll fill a patient's room with all of these products, but let's say they don't use the stuff. When I come clean the room, I have to throw all the stuff away that's in the room.
Oh.
Even if it's still in boxes.
What are some of this? What is the stuff you're talking about?
Gauzes, gloves, just unused, cords. It's diabolical.
May I say something to you? And I'm going to try to be as politically expeditious and careful as I can at 30 past the hour. I have noticed that there is and please forgive me, I'm going to dance around this. There is a type of hospital nurse, not domestically born, but elsewhere, that has the cold indifference of an executioner. Absolutely no patient skills whatsoever, and maybe they're cheaper, but they probably were either executioners or prison torturers. You know what I'm saying? They're
the way I see it is like some of them have the kind of energy where they're like, if this patient dies, then I can take a break.
I'm sure to be fair, they'll probably say, you don't know what I go through. But remember, did you ever watch in the 60s the nurse who had like the Marcus Welby Consuela, the little cardboard hat they wore and the little white dress and
right, cute.
Yeah, cute. And now they walk
cute.
around basically in pajamas, and they don't walk, they slide. They don't pick up their feet, and they have an attitude like, can you walk slower, please? And they waddle, and they look at you with contempt. Like you said, if you died, I would walk over you. There's something to be said.
If you died, then I could take a break.
I hate hospitals. I hate them.
Yeah. I mean, if I could say one more thing.
Yes.
If you could talk about how people need to come visit our seniors in the hospital.
Oh,
because
really?
A lot of them don't have family, don't have people come visit them. And that's how more abuse, mental health issues arise.
Now, wait a minute. You mean to tell me, can I show up to a hospital and say, hey, listen, I got a couple hours to kill? Where are your old people?
Well, one thing you could do, this is one thing that you could actually come to the hospital and the where the babies are,
yep,
and just hold the babies, because they don't have people to do that. So that's something you can do for volunteer.
You're kidding
work.
me.
So,
you're kidding me.
Yeah. You can just hold the baby and so those people who act like there's no work out here, or if they're on food stamps and they got to work or volunteer, that's something they can do. You can just come in the hospital and just hold the babies.
That is so. Did you ever see the expression? Did you ever see Harlow's Monkeys? That famous. This is the monkeys that are little babies, and they were taken away from their mother, and they have this wire kind of a towel, gauze, terry cloth facsimile of a mother. It looks nothing like a monkey. And these poor babies are clutching this and hugging this. It'll break your heart. Oh, you know what? Yeah. You got me there. Now, what can I hug the old people and hold the? Listen, I don't mean to laugh.
Just come in and just sit by their bedside, or bring some balloons or, some cards, just. It's sad. It's sad. But I got to
tell you a story to make you laugh. You know what? You're a beautiful person for saying that. I got to tell you this story. I have a friend of mine whose wife was she was into music therapy, okay? And she would bring a guitar.
Good for people with autism.
Huh?
I mean, not autism, with Alzheimer's.
Okay, well, listen. I'm not I'm not laughing at the notion of it. You'll understand why. But what happened was she would come in and bring her guitar, and for some reason, it worked well with like terminal patients, or she somehow got assigned to the pretty bad with her guitar singing. I don't know. This land is your land. Who knows? Woody Guthrie. I have no idea what she's singing. So anyway, she was known in the family as the guitar, the singer of death. That wherever she went, it's not good. So anyway, this one guy was there. It was a relative of theirs who happened to be there, and somebody says, "Hey, guess what? Uncle Joe's here. Oh, let me go see him." So unbeknownst to Uncle Joe, she walks in with the guitar, and he says, "What? Am I okay? No, you're fine. Oh, geez. Don't. So whenever she showed up, it was like not good. It wasn't, people didn't like her because it's always, she shows up with a guitar and people are saying, how bad can it be? Who are you? No, it's bad. I'm going to start playing some songs for you. It's bad. One more story. No, go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
I'm sorry.
No, please.
No, I was going to say one thing. I guess I remember being young is I remember we were on a class trip to a senior facility, and the kids put on a performance for the seniors. I miss that kind of, just teaching them young how to care about others and stuff like that. So. And also, I pray for our country and I pray for our troops. And I just hope that things just get better. I'm still positive, have a positive outlook on life and things.
Oh, you're delusional.
I just hope that things get better.
Well, what you are is delusional.
I love what you do, and just stay at it.
Brock, that was a joke. You were delusional. You said, I've got a good attitude, because you're delusional.
I'm sorry.
I'll tell you one more story. Which I think... remember, what the hell was his name? Remember the senator, Bob Dole. Bob Dole, his father.
Dole. I remember Dole.
Okay, Bob Dole had no personality. I mean, later on he was very nice, but when he was married, he lived in the basement. His daughter said he never saw him. Wife didn't see him. He was there, but they were estranged, and he was kind of a weird duck. And then later on, he kind of came out of his shell. But during the war, Bob Dole's father was trying to find a job. And they said, listen, there's a job that's available, but I don't know if you want it. He said, well, what is it? Well, it's a telegram. And you know how they always have this idea that whenever when somebody's killed, they send the military and they send the officers. Well, that's not true. Because at some particular point, there were so many people, they just didn't have enough, manpower. So they wanted to get the information out. So they had these special telegram people who would go. But everybody who did this before basically quit, almost had a nervous breakdown because everybody they went to, they would walk down the street and people would yell, keep going, you son of a, keep going, you ghoul. And these people said, I can't do this. And they dropped the bag and ran, and it was horrible. So anyway, they went to Bob Dole's father and said, listen, I know you probably don't want to. He goes, what? He says, can you deliver death? He goes, sure. You sure? Absolutely. Like it was nothing. And I always thought to myself, I don't know why. It's not funny, but what a job. So if you combine my friend with a guitar and this guy with the death notices, nobody wants to see these people. It's like, you know what I mean? It's a job you have to do, sort of, but just awful. But listen, you have inspired me because holding babies, if ever there was something that is just absolutely empowering, is to hold a baby. I'm telling you. I don't know if I'm just turning like some old fart or something, but I never remember this as being younger. Oh, it's okay, it's a kid. But now, oh my God. It's like you get energy from this, like electricity. I'm serious.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Brock, you're a good man. Don't ever change.
Yes, sir.
All right. Have a good day, sir. I mean that.
Let Century Management Solutions get you to your next medical appointment. They specialize in non-emergency medical transportation, connecting patients to care, safety, reliability, and on time. Their advanced technology platform seamlessly coordinates patients, healthcare providers, insurers, and transportation partners all in one powerful network. With over 200 trusted transportation providers, they deliver scalable solutions backed by real-time tracking and complete transparency. Go to SENTRYMS.com.